Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
A very pleasant good day and welcome to the Martensville Curling Club in Saskatchewan. It's the Aly Jenkins Memorial Mixed Doubles Spiel. Here on Curling Stadium, we had this matchup between Jessica and Matt Lang, and they are taking on the number one ranked team in the world, Tahli Gill and Dean Hewitt. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jason Chang, and Rory McCusker is making the magic happen, and we're happy you're all joining us here on Curling Stadium.
G'day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Of course, Gill and Hewitt from Australia. Of course, they were Olympians last time, and they will be Olympians once again, preparing for that chance to go to, or the trip to Milano Cortina. And as you said, Dave, the number one team in the world. So Lang and Lang, they've got their work cut out for them.
Yep, the Olympics, of course, being held in Cortina d'Ampezzo. I actually had the ability to go there for the World Juniors this year. It was the test event for the Olympics, and the curling venue is going to be a fine facility.
Yeah, it's up in the mountains, I hear, a little bit remote, and not a lot of accommodation there. So there will be a lot of people, I think, will have to make a trek in if they can't find accommodations close to the competition site in terms of spectators and fans.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely probably going to be a lot of buses involved. It's not the biggest town. Now, only the sliding sports are there. So just curling and the luge and bobsled, etc. Cortina was the full-on site of the Olympic Games in years past, and they're actually reusing the venue for curling, of course, with some renovations and modernization.
Yeah, we see Matt Lang trying to run that red guard in. Lang and Lang do have last rock in the first end. That's why they're yellow stone. That's the stationary stone in the back of the forefoot. But as you see, Tahli and Dean, they've gone right to the offense right away. Two great draws to sit in the back of the button and the top of the button, I believe.
Yeah, they haven't gotten to the top of the mixed doubles game by accident. They were on fire last year and have continued it this season right from the beginning.
Yeah, I've known Dean for quite a long time now, since he started playing men's for Australia, and then soon after he started playing mixed doubles. First with his mom, Lynn Hewitt, excuse me, and then after that he teamed up with Tahli. So that's why Dean's got actually 8 World Mixed Doubles Championships under his belt. He played the first 2 with his mom, Lynn. I was at that one in 2018, I believe.
Well, 8 is quite the tally.
And they have really worked hard on their game. We saw the potential at the last Olympics. They didn't win a ton of games, but they did win one against Rachel Homan and John Morris that really knocked out Homan and Morris from playoff contention.
You see that run back there from Matt Lang and leaves Gill and Hewitt still sitting 1.
Yeah, still a good spot for Gill and Hewitt. Now they do have to be a little careful because there's a couple yellow stones in the rings. That's why they're thinking about making a play on this third shot stone. The red's still in a very good spot though. Back of the button.
So electing to do that rather than adding another counter. Although this looks very guard-like.
Yeah, I think they've decided on the guard. I think they don't mind the angles right now, even though they've only got one red stone in the rings. It is shot stone. Hard to remove that red one right now. You get this rock as a tight guard, touching that center line. Be quite good.
So Dean Stone is going to come on down, and by the time it settles in, it's going to be right on the center.
Yeah, and that's perfect. And you can see that also blocks off the angle run on the yellow stone. That's to the right of the center line from the thrower's perspective. And so now I think they've thought about it and said, enough with the peeling. We're down to the last couple stones in this end. Just going to get to the pin first here. The pin is still open, and there's still lots of room to draw around that guard. So
Yeah, that's the thing. About mixed doubles, it gets late early, so to speak. So Matt Lang with his last stone in the end. Each team getting 5 stones per end. One player throws the first and last, and the other the middle 3. You have the option to change that between ends if you like. Don't see it happen often, but on occasion. This one just a hair heavy.
yeah, line was good, just a hair too heavy. If it was a couple of feet lighter, that would have been right on the pin. I think red is still shot stone here. And now if Tahli can get in there, there's a really good chance to steal.
And maybe steal more than one.
Oh, certainly.
So,
Tahli's...
Go ahead.
Sorry, Dave. I'm just noticing that Tahli's taken quite a bit less ice than Matt did. Almost a full foot less, I think, based on where Dean was positioning his broom.
Yeah, I was just going to make a comment to that effect, so you read my mind. Get out of my head. Trust me, you don't want to be in there.
Well, you can see Tahli throws a lot of rotation on her stones, so might be part of the reason why she's taking a lot less ice. She's used to playing on championship ice with all those world curling events that she and Dean have played in.
So Dean working to try and knife this one over. Needs to get up at least to the face, and even with that small amount of ice, it did not get there. So still an opening, and is there enough of an opening to make a little downweight shot, Jay?
Yeah, I think you can definitely get in there for a draw. I'm not sure you can do much more, though.
They're going to at least look at it because you don't have to move them much. If you ever could, you might be able to make 3. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that, buddy.
Not a lot of risk, though, I don't think. Hard to give up more than just the one. Yeah, they're going to take a go at this. Try to run this yellow stone in. See if they can move that red stone back. I don't know if they can get both reds. I think they're just really trying to get 2 points here. And they think maybe this is the easiest way to do it.
So final stone of the opening end. Jessica Lang trying to run this back. This is going to catch it far too thin. Go over the top. It'll be a steal of 1 for Gill and Hewitt. The Langs will have the hammer when we come back from Martensville after this.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
And welcome back to Martensville. It was a steal of 1 for Gill and Hewitt in the opening end. Lang and Lang still have the hammer here as we begin end number 2 at the Aly Jenkins Memorial Mixed Doubles Spiel. Brought to you here on Curling Stadium. I'm Dave Schmel, joined by Jason Chang, Rory McCusker on the 1s and 2s. And we're happy to have you here with us. If you haven't had an opportunity yet to subscribe to Curling Zone, please do. We'd really appreciate it. Helps you to stay up to date on all the action. We have playlists on all of your favorite teams, and we archive every game that we broadcast, so you can always catch up on the action. And it lets you interact in the chat. And
Very
all this,
important.
all this, would you guess how much it cost you?
Oh, it's got to be $1 million, right?
I mean, I think I might even pay as much as $99.95 for that, but it's free. All we ask you to do is like and subscribe.
Well, that's the best deal I've heard in a long time. And this is a pretty good draw right on top of that red stone.
And if you pay the YouTube people just a little bit extra per month, you'll be ad-free at all times. You won't get any of those annoying YouTube ads. That's part of paying the bills to make it free for you.
Well, a good end by Gill and Hewitt in the last end. They got 2 rocks well positioned right from the get-go, managed to protect it all the way through to the end. Lang and Lindley had a chance, difficult shot for 2, couldn't execute it, so it is 1-0.
Yeah, the real turning point in that end to me was when Matt's draw slipped just a little bit too deep.
Yeah, and that's so critical. Keeping your stones in front of the tee line and on the top of the button rather than on the back of the 4.
And then just as important are those angles.
Yeah, and Dean's created a really nice angle. That red onto the yellow will push that yellow stone out. So
now you see the 2 pre-play stones and 3 more. So now Everything is in play. Everything can be hit at this point and removed.
It looks like the Langs are going to play another freeze right on top, try to create a good angle for themselves now.
And that's always the thing. You try to go back and forth the angles, play that cat and mouse game, and then eventually somebody decides that they've had enough of it and they flip the trap.
They're trying to hold it straight here, keep it on that high side. Very nice. The Langs, well, they're not super active on the doubles tour in terms of at least events outside of Saskatchewan. They are the 2025 Saskatchewan Mixed Doubles Champions, so they did go to the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championships.
So here's Dean Hewitt. Trying to get back there on the good angle again. Chaps off just a little bit there, Jason.
Yeah, it's okay. Still pretty tough right now for the Langs to get in there.
So do you think they're at the point where they just have to fire away, or?
Yeah, a hit might make some sense. I think if you hit the red stone, that open one, thin onto the yellow, get rid of the other red stone that yellow's frozen on, that red stone on the top four. You'll leave your shot stone covering the pin still. That yellow stone that's just biting the floor will stay there as well. Now you can create a little bit of room around the forefoot, around the top of the forefoot to get that second point in later.
So Matt Lang throwing a little weight here. That's a pretty good outcome there. Kicks those stones out of the way. Only one Gill and Hughes stone in the forefoot.
Yeah, very good result there. They played a shot that was slightly different than what I was suggesting. I'm not sure if it was just tight and that's what it ended up with, or that was what they were going for all the time, but a very nice result here. Yeah.
So now we have to, put yourself in Tahli and Dean's shoes right now. What are they thinking?
Well, I think they first of all had to have a good look at who was fourth shot, because if yellow was fourth shot, you have to be a lot more careful with what you do on the next stone. I think red is fourth shot, so. Freeze one on top.
Looks to be the play.
The angles right now are really good for the Langs.
Squeezes it past the guard. Gill sings just a little bit. Improves the angle somewhat. But can they kill both of those reds now?
Yeah, without touching that yellow that's on the button. Looks like it's possible to squirt it out. Not sure if you can avoid the yellow jam completely. A couple options here. They're looking at the yellow onto the red, or that red double. I like this call. I think this is a much more natural angle. You know you won't lose that yellow that's covering the pin right now if you play this.
So on this one, pretty hard trying to hold the line. Makes contact. It does pick the red cleanly out. They lie first, second, and fourth.
Yeah, very good result there. What was important is they left that yellow stone in the top four, partially buried, so be pretty tough for Tahli to get in there and move both yellow stones back.
So Tahli Gill's going to have to work this one in here. Lang's in a good spot here in the second. Her final.
I think you just want to make sure you can get rid of one of the yellow stones here at this point.
And they do.
Yeah, and just concede the 2 points here.
Yep, and they get that nice little extra chap there to make sure that it is likely only going to be 2. Matt Curry almost jokingly suggested a crazy takeout, which just drew a laugh from Jessica. You could make it though, Jason.
Oh, I can make anything in my imagination. On the ice, not so sure. That would have been a tough takeout. Maybe it's there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Matt was absolutely joking with Jess there.
Final stone of the second end. Sitting 1, looking to add on a second. Haven't laid a brush to this yet. Now just giving it a nice little clean. A nice little walk on in. Walk on in, walk on down, and walk on home. There's 2 for yellow. They hold a 1-stone lead. Gill and Hewitt have the hammer when we come back on Curling Stadium.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, The Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
And welcome back to the Martensville Curling Club for the Aly Jenkins Memorial. Jessica and Matt Lang scored themselves a deuce in end number 3. And it is Gill and Hewitt with the hammer here in the third. First draw around was made by Jessica Lang. Here's now as a first from Tahli Gill.
Yeah, well executed end by the Langs in the last end to score the 2 points. Might have even had opportunity for more, but Gill and Hewitt managed to keep the damage to just 2. This rock's tight, it's going to crash on the guard. So big opportunity for Lang to keep the pressure going here.
Yeah, definitely wanted to get down there. So like you said, opportunity for that draw. You throw it on the outturn side. Gonna put Gill and Hewitt on their heels right from the jump.
Yeah, and I think if you make this shot, if Matt makes this shot right on top of the other yellow stones, I'm going to venture a guess that Dean is going to go and run that guard in.
Tahli's on it now. Off and on pretty close. Line looks good. Past the guard now. Sorry, Matt rather. Wrong duo. Apologies there, but they get that draw in there. Probably would have liked to have been a little bit deeper, Jason.
Yeah, a little bit deeper and maybe just a little bit more behind the guard, because right now I think you might be able to run it and get all the yellows going. And maybe even leave that red stone stay there behind on that forefoot, that stationary stone. Big weight here.
So Dean's bringing the heat. This is on the outside. Gonna go off the road. Oh, they get a little unexpected bacon right there and clear an extra one out.
Yeah, that's a good assist there. That opens up the in-turn draw as well for Dean and Tahli later on in the end if they need it.
Oh, my goodness.
Making that one in the top 4 was quite the bonus, though.
Unexpected bacon. The best kind.
Well, Dave, what's your favorite way to make your bacon? Is it in a pan or is it in the oven?
I have a flat top. I just put it just like you would do it at a diner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very good.
And then push that bacon over the side and get your potatoes cooking right there.
That's absolutely the correct answer. Producer's take.
Well, then
that's Rory Hot Takes McCusker.
I've got to ask you though, how do you feel about Canadian back bacon? Is that bacon or is that not bacon?
That's not bacon.
That's not bacon.
I don't even think Canadians think it's bacon. But I know that's probably a controversial take, but now it's got to be crispy and all that jazz. Can you make back bacon crispy?
Oh, I don't really think so. At
So
least
then
I've never
no.
had it crispy, so.
So then no, that's not bacon. If you can't crumble it on top of potato skin, doesn't count.
Well, people are always on me for saying this, but I like my bacon crispy, but I also don't mind it not crispy. So I like it both ways. This really nice shot here. Nice touch by Dean. Quiet wait, pushes this rock out, sits shot and second shot.
And they not really much of an opportunity to clean them both up, so they're just going to take the one and move back towards the center. Now they are playing behind the tee line now. And then the key to making perfect breakfast potatoes is onions and paprika.
So you'd start with the onions and then.
The onions,
add
yeah, well, the
or...
potatoes, well, it depends if the potatoes have already been cooked.
Okay.
But and you want the onions, good and cooked all the way through, but the paprika and onions and potatoes, that all gets just jumbled together.
Well, I'm
This
still waiting for
one's
my...
going to jumble on over. And what are you still waiting for, Jason?
Well, I'm waiting for my invitation for breakfast at Dave's.
Oh, it's an open invitation. And just show up. I'll make breakfast. That's not a problem. Our colleague Gord Copperthorne had breakfast at my house when he stayed with me when we played in a bonspiel at my club.
Nice hit and roll there, but again, these rocks are still behind the tee line with that guard being not too tight to the rings. It's fairly easy to come around it and tap it back, or you can play the freeze as well right now.
Yeah, I might not be the best skip, Jay, but I'll make you breakfast.
Well, every team needs a good cook on their team, so you always need someone who's good with the schedule so that everybody's at the rink on time and they wake up on time. You need someone in charge of the food. So there's a role for you, Dave.
So this one is tight past the guard. They get it past it, no problem. And Dean's going to poke that out and roll right in front of the other one. That's probably about as good as he could have done.
Yeah, pretty nice shot there. It's not an easy double here. It's hard to get those red stones to go out with those yellow stones behind them. It was quite important for Dean to roll that away. Didn't want to stay in the back of the button because that would have allowed Lang and Lang to freeze on top. Now the Langs have a difficult shot. Whatever they decide, it's going to be tricky here.
Yeah, because that is not really a easy double at all.
Yeah, the angle is very uninviting. And you've got jams all over the place right now.
I mean, there's Smuckers, there's Welch's, there's all kind of jam there.
Well, what do you think they've decided, Dave?
I think they've decided on removing one of them. That's all I got. I think they're going to try the double, but I don't think they think it's there either.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
as long as they kill one, they absolutely have to kill a stone.
agree with you here.
And I'm completely wrong, and they're just going to freeze something down there.
Well, the freeze will do the job. As long as you make the freeze will do the job. And in fact, it could be even better.
Now,
That's the way
this
to-
has got to go. It does not have the legs. And that's the problem with the freeze, Jason. Like you said, got to make it.
Yeah, now you've got an open draw for 3 points.
That's a solid 8 feet short. Don't even know if Patrick Waugh could have saved that.
The last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup, right? Was that Patrick Roy in the net for the Montreal Canadiens?
I believe that is correct, but do not quote me on hockey knowledge. Wrong person to ask. So, final stone of the third end. They got two. They're looking to tack on a third. Dean Hewitt walks it down, and it's going to settle home, and that's 1, 2, and 3 points. They take a 2-stone lead. The Langs will have the hammer when we return to Martensville after this.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting. We'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
And welcome back to end number 4 from Martensville. It was Tahli Gill and Dean Hewitt putting up a 3-spot over Jessica and Matt Lang. The Langs had the hammer here in the 4th, and it was really just a tough miss by Jessica Lang that allowed that 3, Jason.
Yeah, they took a gamble with that freeze. It's not a bad call if you can make it, but unfortunately it came up well short. Now the classic play when you've got the lead is to push this corner guard in, and this is well executed. This is why they're the number 1 team in the world.
And they are on the power play, and they, as indicated,
Super crazy awesome power play.
it is a super crazy awesome power play. You folks had to be watching Last Straw to get that joke.
You can go back to watch all the draws, every single game, all the shades. That's the great thing about Curling Stadium and Curling Zone and the SSN network.
And after that very shameless self-promotion, Matt Lang's going to try to draw on in here.
I think he's putting this guard back up.
So now, Tahli and Dean are just going to draw underneath of themselves. Now, this is something that you would be very careful about doing in the 4-player game. Running behind the opponent's guard, but makes sense sometimes in doubles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're trying to neutralize this situation, and they can't peel yet. That's the problem. So go around the corner guard, try to sit 1-2.
This one does need to walk over just a little bit. It's just a hair heavy. And Dean not happy with himself there.
Yeah, they are sitting 1-2. That's the good news, but the redstone is exposed.
And you could probably chase it and roll on top of yours a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing.
So Matt now trying to hold the line out there. Jessica right there with him, trying to drag it up there. They're not going to move that red. Need to get down at least close to it. And there we are.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but red is still sitting shot in second shot right now. It's something that Tahli and Dean are going to have to think about, how they're going to play this end. At first, they were thinking, do you make a play on this? Or do you just split the rings, sit 3? That's not a bad call. But
do you ever draw top 4 or top button and sit 3?
Probably not on this shot. I don't think you want to give an easy double here. So if you draw top button, top 4, that's a nose double. And then the opponents will be sitting second, third, and fourth. So I think you want to leave the double as tough as possible here.
Oh, okay. So he does put that in there to split up the rings.
Yeah, just as called.
They do lie 3.
I think they are going to try to play this double. I don't know if you could get the triple there. You're going to lose the yellow one for sure. The yellow one on the side of the 8-foot near the tee line.
The chat likes the triple. So here we go. And man, you see them smiling a lot out there, always Good to see teams having a good time at things. Matt Lang fires it out there. Trying to move some granite here. Get the one, push it over to that. You get them all moving. You clear 2 of them and improve the situation immensely. Still shot stone for Gill and Hewitt.
Yeah, still shot stone for Gill and Hewitt. You can just throw another draw on the other side and split the rings again. There won't be a double if you split the rings. If you play the hidden roll, you could end up leaving a double. But it is a little bit safer because you're removing a yellow stone out of play.
He could easily draw to the back 8, and that would do the job just fine. So they're going to have to be a little careful with this one. Don't want to leave a double on their way back. Last stone in the end for Dean Hewitt. Get the hit. What kind of roll will they get? Take it all the way back, way back. That should prevent the double, I would think.
Yeah, that's far enough. I don't think you can make a double there. Yeah, they wanted that low roll, that rolling it behind the tee line so that the double wasn't there. They had stopped that in the top of the 4, then there would be a fairly natural double. So really good shot there by Dean Hewitt, well controlled.
Now, Matt's not willing to give up on scoring more than 2 here. I think he's thinking he can go yellow, and make something happen that way. And Jessica just gave that look saying, boy, you're crazy.
Yeah, you can still generate 2 by just playing a hit here. Maybe roll it a little bit, see if you can exchange hits and then have a double on the last stone. Of course, Tahli and Dean, they're going to try to roll it to a spot where you can't make a double, but...
Okay, good shot there of the Martensville Curling Club. Beautiful 4-sheet facility. Great ice. Here's Matt Lang. Just looking to make a hit here in the one in the middle. Coming up on them quite a bit. Don't want to lose the shooter. Oh, and you did. So that's a bad miss there. No other way to put it.
Yeah, now you split the rings. This rock on the tee line, or even a bit deeper than the tee line, is fine on the other side of the 8-foot.
Both brushers on this one again. Looks like they're not going to have a problem. You want to get at least even, though. Don't want to leave a double. Well, it is there.
Yeah, I think it is there. You don't have to move the second redstone very far. We've seen that these rocks are quite lively.
I think you certainly need to take it on. You want to be able to get 2 with the Crazy, super awesome power play. Manicuring the house there for the extra 0.0001% that does. So big shot here in the fourth for Jessica Lang. Final stone in the end needs to make this double. It's on its way, and its destiny has been decided. Gets the one and only one. It'll be a single point for the Langs. Gill and Hewitt will have a one-stone lead with hammer when we come back from Martensville right after this.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
And welcome back. It was the Langs being held to a single point in their power play. Gill and Hewitt have a one-stone advantage. Here as we play end number 5, they have the hammer throwing red.
Yeah, really good job by Tahli and Dean in defending against that power play. It's always so dangerous. It's always scary when I play mixed doubles and the other team uses their power play. I'm always so scared to give up 3 or 4 points. But Tahli started that off with a really nice tick shot, moving that guard into the rings, and that's made things a lot easier for them for the rest of the end.
And between ends, the three of us were having a discussion about that last shot and the choice to not have a sweeper available. And take us through what what the different concerns, ups and downs, left and right, pluses and minuses there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's partly it's personal preference, right? Having a sweeper, maybe you can affect the stone still. Obviously, with a peel weight shot, you can do a lot less with it. Personally, I like throwing at a broom when I'm throwing the hits in mixed doubles. So that's what I would do, but I would try to catch up, jump up and still catch up with the stone. You'll see a lot of players still be able to do that. So it is up to a bit of personal preference, whatever will make you make the shot. Obviously, that was close. Just wasn't that far off. It needed to curl a little bit more and would have got a little bit more action off that first stone and may have been able to kick the other stone out. But
that's really what makes this game interesting, because there's a lot of different ways to play it.
yeah, and now Gill and Hewitt, they're still got the lead now, 4-3, and they still have their power play left. So that's a very powerful position they're in now. With Hammer here, I think they're sitting first and second as well. So
They are sitting too, and as they discuss this, we'll try to get you an update in the other games.
and Matt can't hit the red stone, even though it's wide open, and you might think maybe there's a double there. You can't actually remove stones yet. One more stone has to come to rest before stones can start flying out of the house. So they're just pushing the red stone back, I think. Maybe a freeze or just tapping it back to the back four.
Now Matt's trying to walk this one over. And it just sauntered right on by everything.
You have 4 sheets of play here in Martensville, every single draw. The Korean team of Kim and Jung playing the Chinese team of Ye and Yu. They are tied 2-2 through 4 ends of play. This is our featured sheet, of course. Gill and Hewitt leading 4-3, and they have the last stone advantage. Simpson and Dirksen leading 2-1 over Justin Chirpin. That's after 3 ends. And the team of La Montagne leading Damon and Van Amsterdam 6-3 after 3 ends as well. And this is draw 3. Both of these teams on the ice have already played a game. Hewitt and Gill, they won their opener in the first draw. Lang and Lang are 0-1 right now, so important game here for both teams. Stay in contention for that playoff race. Top 8 make the quarters.
I mentioned earlier, 18 teams in contention and many of the best teams in the world. Including this one, Gill and Hewitt ranked number 1.
And of course, if you joined us earlier in the afternoon, we had Matsumura and Tanita of Japan. In the morning, Pare and Rios were on the ice. Some big names.
So now you see those angles, that Christmas tree-like formation, but I think that they're spaced out enough, you might be able to make them go.
Yeah, it looks close. But with the ice they have, they're playing something soft here. Yeah, they're caught out wide again here.
Yeah, they missed another one on the outside there. These Gill and Hewitt still sitting 2.
I originally thought the Langs were going to play just a nose hit and stay right there. Have 2 rocks that they could use to promote in later. I think they were still trying to move those red stones, but just was a bit of a softer weight. The yellow stone is still usable by Jess and Matt, so Gill and Hewitt originally looked at hitting that red stone that's just beside the yellow thin, getting rid of the yellow stone. But they've decided to make a play on the other side, possibly just guarding here.
This one's getting awfully friendly with the guard. It is going to be a guard of the yellow. So you see the call pretty much right away, looking to throw the draw here.
Yeah, I think that was, they're forced into this situation now to make this draw. It is there though. You got most of the buttons still. I know you have to curl it in there at the end, so weight and line will be very important. I'm sure Dean and Tahli knew that when they decided to play that guard, they were letting their opponents have a chance at this difficult draw to try to sit shot stone. Really curling in there now, Dave.
They do. Oh, it just chaps off the top one. I thought it was by, Jay.
Yeah, and it is now just completely open. Red only sitting one though.
And absolutely, yeah, did certainly cut it down.
Yeah, they're looking at playing the red, glancing it off that yellow stone that's in the top of the 8, and then redirecting it onto the shot, or the second shot stone, the other yellow stone. You can also just make a direct play at that yellow, but it is tight if you just go directly at it. See, it's almost edge to edge with that red stone that's in the top of the 8. What you don't want to do is hit the yellow stone and roll open, because that will then leave a hidden roll back in for Lang and Lang. So
So the last from Dean on the way down. They are just going to remove the yellow just thrown. They back to line 2.
yeah, so they will leave this hidden roll. Has to be precise though. You need to land it on the button.
So Jessica Lang with her final stone.
Yeah, looks like it's hanging out there a little bit. Will it get to the inside?
It curls up. It does not get far enough inside. So it's going to give an opportunity for a big score for Gill and Hewitt here.
Yeah, they're looking at whether the 4 is on. Or you can just draw for 3 or hit and roll in for 3.
Yeah, just the draw or the little hit and roll.
Yeah, I'd be taking my 3 right now.
3 sounds really good when you're already up by 1.
That's right. You'll be up by 4, and you still have a power play left. So even if Lang and Lang score a couple on you in the next end, you can invoke that power play. they've decided on the hit and roll. And as long as they play gentle weight, they have a bit of a catcher as well with their rock and fighting the top of the button. They can kind of just crash into it.
So, final stone of the 5th. They got 2 in their pocket, looking to add another one on. Stone from Tahli, Gill, Dean Hewitt walks it over, and there you go. That's 3 reds up on the board. They have a commanding 4-stone lead over the Langs. We'll be back in a moment from Martensville.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Welcome back. It's the 6th end of action here from the Aly Jenkins Memorial Mixed Doubles from the Martensville Curling Club. You're watching live here on Curling Stadium and SSN. So happy to have you here with us. Big score of 3 in the last end by Gill and Hewitt to hold that 4-stone lead over Jessica and Matt Lang. The Langs have the hammer. The first draw was thrown quite nicely by Tahli Gill, number 1 ranked team in the world from the land down under.
Yeah, they've had a busy season. Doesn't seem like we're into the season that much, but when you're one of the elite curlers and playing at the very highest levels, trying to make it to the Olympic Games, season starts quite early.
This one comes on down, taps it back a little bit, so now we're going to see the angle game going again. But now with the luxury of a 4-point lead, no, they can't start hitting yet, but I would suspect Tahli and Dean to play a little bit more wide open. Just a skosh.
Well, they're the number 1 team in the world because they've had some amazing results so far this season. They've played 5 mixed doubles events. They've been in the final all 5 times with 3 wins. So the wins in Bern and as well as the Australian Mixed Doubles Curling Championships. We're 2nd in Colorado, 2nd in Sterling. So they've been racking up the points.
Fair to say that's a pretty good ledger so far this season.
And I think I did misspeak earlier. They aren't yet in the Olympic Games. I think they are one of the teams who do have to get through the Olympic qualification event. I think they just missed out on one of those auto berths. So they should be in Kelowna for that.
Draw from Matt's going to come on down. Need to carry it just a little bit further. That's up in a pretty decent position.
Yeah, not too bad. Something to work with for sure. And those stones are above the tee line.
And we have action. Still 2 more draws coming up tonight. And then all day tomorrow as well. So I know we got the trials going on, but get that second device open. Stay with us.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. 7 Eastern and 10 Eastern. That's 6 and 9 Central Time, if you're joining us later tonight. And I'm going to take a break for the next draw. That's 6 Central, 7 Eastern draw. I've got my own Friday Mixed League game to play, but then I'll be back after the kids go to sleep for the 10 Eastern draw. Back with you, Dave.
It sounds fantastic.
We're doing pretty good on the Friday Mixed League at my club, East York. We're 8-0 so far this season, trying to go 9-0.
Well, that's absolutely fantastic.
And I'll give a shout out to my friend Mike Fournier, I think a 3-time Briar participant from Quebec. He now lives in Ontario, just around the corner from me. He's come out to spare for me a couple of times when I was out of the country. So he's responsible for a couple of those wins.
That's not a bad spare to have in your back pocket there, buddy.
Yeah, we were lucky to line him up as our 5th player on the Friday Mixed League, because I know I'm away quite a bit. And of course, he's got a very competitive men's team here in Ontario now, trying to lock down his spot in the provincial championships, the Tankard. Looks like he'll get one of the auto berths, so.
Some may almost say that that's a ringer. But that's that's not me.
I wouldn't disagree with them.
So Matt Lang working this one in here. They're going to have to get something going here. Really need to find a way to get a 3 in this end if they're going to hang on. They raise their own up. Kick one into the open, but they weld theirs directly to shot rock. What do you think of that outcome, Jason?
Not sure it helps them a whole ton. The issue they have right now is that button and forefoot area is very congested. And there's a red stone that's frozen in the back 4 that is hard to remove. And red is shot stone right now. So I know the why they did this. They were trying to at least unlock and get a little bit of room to remove shot stone, which is that red stone that's just on the tee line. But now you can see what Dean's going to try to do, because they pop this yellow stone out so much, they can hit, make a quiet hit on this yellow, roll it in, and then again make that area very congested and maybe make it difficult to remove that red shot stone again. So we'll see if Dean can execute this. Line looks really good.
So they catch that one, and they're going to skid her right on in, and they lie 1 and 2.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, now you have to throw some weight at it. I wonder if that redstone will drag a little bit.
It could.
And catch that redstone that Dean just played, which actually now is shot stone, I believe.
Well, if it does that, you'll lose 2 reds. Back 1 and the back 4. I don't think that's ever going anywhere.
No, I don't think so. If you do that, I'm not sure you're going to be able to hold that Yellowstone right now that's in the top of the 4. That's sliding sideways for sure if you're trying to get the drag. It may stick in the rings, I'm not sure, but it won't be in the forefoot, I don't think. So
Matt Lang's going to throw this someplace between Mach 0.85 and Mach 2.
yeah, definitely need some speed here.
Gets up to chase it, brushing it, holding it. Push it back. Those 2 get moving. Explodes it all open, but unfortunately it's still all red in the middle.
Yeah, at least they have access now to the button. Before they weren't going to score at all. But like I said, yeah, that Yellowstone was never holding in that forefoot, and everything basically spilled out. All the yellows spilled away.
So now it's draw time for Tahli Gill.
Yeah, try to get this a little bit tucked behind that red stone that's in the top 8. Sit on the top of the button. Really shrink the scoring area here.
And right there on the top of the tee line, that is a small scoring area indeed.
Yeah, really nice shot. You can't just tap it back on the nose because it will jam on that back red stone and it will leave red sitting shot stone.
So now they're trying to see if they play off their own, will it be good enough? You have the wide open draw on the intern side, but the draw weight on these shots hasn't been their friend.
Yeah, do you need to come pretty close to that rock in the 8-foot though to get enough of the button? But it is there.
That's going to be the call.
Yeah, I think that's the most makeable shot. That in-off is there too, but you have to stick it right onto that red stone. If you hit it a little bit low or a little bit high, you might roll out of that 4-foot.
So facing far too many, Jessica Lang and Matt Lang, final stone of the 6th end. It's around the guard. No, it's past everything, slides on through. And that's a steal of 4. And that will be the game. So you can hang that final score as 11-3. Jay, it was just a matter of great execution by Gill and Hewitt there.
Yeah, really well played by Gill and Hewitt all throughout the game. I think the only end that really had a little bit of trouble in was that second end when they gave up 2 points to the Langs. But other than that, they really controlled the game through the other ends.
All right, so keep it right here on Curling Zone and Curling Stadium all weekend long. We'll be back at 6 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Eastern for more action. But for right now, for Jason Chang and Rory McCusker, I'm Dave Schmel. Thanks so much for watching. Good day.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the Rip Berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the Power Booster and the Collagen Booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster Juice, freshly made your way.